Hey guys, Foral-abration here, and I am back today on May 17th, which is, for those who don't know, is Foral-abration YouTube creation, meaning that I created this channel 11 years ago, and I would just like to take this time to thank everyone for watching, subscribing, liking all of my videos, and sharing them amongst their friends. I know it's a small channel, and I kind of like that. Unfortunately, I don't like the fact that many people don't interact with this, I guess is the proper term. Like, I wish we could actually have a conversation in the comments below and have more of a fan base going on there. But it is what it is, and I can't fault anyone for that except me due to the fact that I should be posting more often. But it's getting to the point where I want to post something, but as a figure collector and other channel, I can't make as much videos as I want to because I don't have a lot of content, if that makes any sense. Like, for example, I could do an action figure review. I do have someone over there that's new, but I need a lot more equipment than I have available to me. And I apologize for all the light and such over here. But for those who may have watched the last video or whatever, I have prepared various blogs and other non-social media areas so that, or like, I have alerted them where I said I will be doing a Q&A. Finally managed to figure out what I was going to say. I was going to do a Q&A come my YouTube anniversary, which is today. Unfortunately, as far as like the amino aspect goes, no one seemed to understand, hey look, Foral made a blog, he's asking for questions. No one mentioned any question there. But I did go to, like, I did have other people reach out to me, and I talked with them, and I, especially, like, I got a bunch of questions. I got 7 from someone in a Discord server that I am a part of and I own. And another question list is the Pokemon Project, as you know him, as you know from my channel and his. Unfortunately, he probably doesn't make any videos because he's a weirdo. But anyway, instead of like bouncing back and forth as far as like the comments or like the questions go, I'm going to just do one list, then the second list. One list from this first set of questions is going to be from the people of Discord. If you guys see me like look down every now and then, I have my iPad set up over here with all of the questions and on a notepad, and then I have my recording software, which is my camera, my phone, which has increased zoom, and I'm sure you can see my beautiful face in all of its glory. I'm pretty sure you can see the like micro colony here. But anyway, the first question is, would I rather live in the suburbs or stay in the city? Now, for those who don't know, I live in New York, but I don't live in New York City. A lot of the misconception is, whenever you say, oh, I live in New York, it's, oh, I live in the city, but I live in New York State. And I am happy here because I have my own apartment and it's fairly affordable. It's really, really, really affordable, and no one gives me a hard time about that. And another question was, name 2 places I would go if I could travel in the world. I'm assuming for like without the whole COVID idea, but I would love to visit the country of Germany and the country of Japan, mostly because my heritage is in Germany. Like, my grandparents what is it? My grandparents' parents were from Germany and Dutchland area, so I would love to go to like Germany, go to Wales, and that area, like all around the UK. And I also would love to go to Japan because I am a huge nerd. Oh, question number 3 from him is: have I ever punched someone? Yes, I have. I actually was suspended in 8th grade for fighting someone for being in my bus seat. When I was in school, we had a side seating, and if you were in 8th grade or high school, because the bus took both classes, but if you were in 8th grade, you could sit in the back, in the far back, and because, you know, kids love the back seat, I sat, like I went to go sit down in my assigned seat, and one 7th grader, I want to say 7th grader, he was in my seat, and I told him not to, like, I told him to get out of my seat because, look, it's my seat and I'm going to get in trouble if you are in there. So I'm being yelled at from the bus driver to get in my seat, so I kind of grabbed the kid and push him to the side and physically move him. So little bit later on the ride to school, this kid gets the smart idea to come up and try to punch me while I'm listening to music. So I just take off my music and just bump him in the shoulder real quick and just sat down. Well, that caused a huge problem, and the result was both of us were suspended for a little bit off the bus, but I still had to go to school, which was dumb. But number 4 was, do I watch anime, and name the best one I've watched and the worst one. Okay, so I am a huge anime nerd. I watched anything from Bleach to Dragon Ball Z to Hitalia and all sorts of things. My favorite one happens to be Bleach because that's what I grew up with. Like, yeah, I did grow up with, I'm talking with my hands as far as you guys can see, but I grew up with like Dragon Ball Z, Inuyasha, Naruto, Yu Yu Hakusho, and all of those. But Bleach really did stick out to me because I just liked the fact that Ichigo had a huge sword, and that's all I liked about it. And as far as worst anime, I can't really say worst because there isn't a bad anime that I have seen because I actively avoid those. I will say disappointing though would be what was it? The Promised Neverland season 2 and the ending of Sword Art Online Alicization. If you guys know, you know. Number 5, what is my dream job? Honestly, I would love, being as an action figure collector I am, I would love to work for Hasbro and help them make better figures or make figures of other characters. Because, like, I am tired of seeing like 10 freaking Iron Man per year. We are getting an Iron Man wave this coming year, or like this later on this year. So I am tired of seeing the same Iron Man, the same Captain America over and over and over and over and over. It was actually just announced that we are getting an Infinity Saga Iron Man where he's doing the snapping, and I am tired of seeing another Iron Man. We are also getting Iron Man 3 versions, or no, Iron Man 2, where it's the Mark III and the gold armor, and Happy Hogan. So we are getting way too many Iron Men, so I would love to see more of those, or less of those rather. Number 6, would I upload gameplay in the future? No. As it stands with me and my preferences, like, I don't want to turn this channel into a gaming channel because I feel like that is the fast track to getting famous on YouTube or like getting rich, and I don't want to do that because I actually like using this as a hobby. Number 7, have I been in a relationship with someone? Yes, I have. For their sake and privacy, I am not going to tell any more details, but yes, I have been in a relationship for about 10 years, but we recently broke that off because something went wrong. But I am now switching over here, and now let me adjust myself real quick. I have, let's see here, 21 questions from the Pokemon project, so bear with me as I answer those guys. Number 1 and 2 kind of go together. Number 1 from him would be, like, thankfully he did number them, and I thank him for that. I'll have to put his channel in the description. But number 1 and 2. Question number 1 was, how long have I been collecting action figures, and about how many do I have? I have been collecting since 2013. And it started with the Iron Man, Ironmonger wave from Hasbro. I want to say that was the return of Legends when they were getting into form and starting to make movie figures. And as far as how many I have, last year I was at 325. So if I were to actually guesstimate, I would be saying roughly 450 to 500 at this point. And I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. What do I like better, DC or Marvel, and why? Okay, Marvel is a fantastic property because they have various characters and they're more grounded. But DC also has good characters. It's just with DC, it's like, okay, we introduced a new hero. His name is Rainbow Man. His power is he could literally absorb you into a ball of light and just launch you into space because he has god powers. With Marvel is a lot of them are considered overpowered, but they aren't. You have various down-to-earth characters like Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Shang-Chi for people who like read comics and are expected to watch the movies. But I feel Marvel has a grip on what they're doing with their characters, while DC's like, what if Batman was a superhero? But what if Batman was just Batman? Because a lot of the comics are Batman doing Batman things because Batman. Okay, number 4. What are my top 5 favorite figures and what are my least favorites? Okay, unfortunately I don't have them on hand with me, but my top 5 are my my Captain Britain. You guys see him hanging on the walls every now and then. I have my my Figma Hatsune Miku, obviously figure. And that is a good question because I can't think of them on the top of my head. But as far as the least favorite go, I actually have to say the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Okoye Build-A-Figure, the Mantis Build-A-Figure, which I don't have, but she is disappointing due to the fact that they're 6 inches. From the same line, the MCU armored Thanos figure. The articulation in that is kind of trash. I'm going to give this a personal trend. My Kamala Khan, which her arm broke after 2 years of her just standing in a neutral pose. I went to bend it and it snapped. So I'm giving that a hated thing. What got me into collecting figures? Why not? And when I was little, I would collect the gumball machine prizes where we actually had cool things for the gumball machine, and I just kind of spiraled from there. Number 6, do I do custom figures, and what is my favorite custom I have done? Yes, I do customs. You guys have seen them in the description or in the videos, and I'm sure the Pokemon Project has seen them. But my favorite has to be my first. It was Doc Samson, and I have repainted him over and over trying to get him better because when I began, I wasn't really good. I just spray painted instead of actually hand painting and breaking them down. Do I collect other things than figures? After figures, what are my favorite things to collect? Okay. I collect cards, as you guys know. I collect video games. But other than that, I do like to collect Pokemon cards just because they're more available. Well, they used to be more available, but they're available in the form of you could just pick up a pack, and if you weren't really into it, you could just drop them. What are some figures I want to, or I want, but I don't have? Okay. They have a Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Pit, which is from the Legendary comic book line, which obviously I would love. And the new HasLab Sentinel. Unfortunately, that is a little bit too much for my budget. Other than that, there is the any Hot Toy. I would love to have the Hot Toys Hulkbuster or the, what is it? Play Art Sky Hatsune Miku. I have been kind of eyeing on those. And any D-Arts Digimon figures, because I am a closeted Digimon fan, and I do like myself some Digimon. Agumon's kind of boring. Alright, if I had $1,000 to spend right now, what figures would I add to my collection? A Hulkbuster from Hot Toys, which is currently at $800, so that's where all of it would go. Number 10. Who are my top 5 Marvel characters and my least favorite Marvel character? Okay. So, I honestly hate Deadpool. I feel like he is too overrated, where it's like, hey, I'm Deadpool. I'm in every freaking comic you see because I'm Deadpool. My popularity is because I'm Deadpool. I love the movie. I love Ryan Reynolds. I love the Deadpool movie, but I hate Deadpool as a character. Absolutely hate him. I feel like he is too stupidly overpowered. Like, you can't kill him because he just travels back in time. Or, oh, I have the ultimate nullifier. Travels back in time because that doesn't exist, apparently. That's how he works, and I hate that. My top 5 are actually Full Brush Man is number 1 because he isn't a hero because he's so unlucky, but he's unlucky in the way of a lucky sense. Like, he'll trip and fall and then save the planet. That's how he works. Doc Samson, Captain Britain, Betty Braddock, which is Psylocke for those X-Men fans. And I actually do like the minor characters. Like, I am slowly learning to love Strong Guy from the X-Men fame. McDonald's or Burger King? Burger King, because I can't have McDonald's. It makes me sick. What do I do for fun? Obviously, I play video games and collect action figures. Pokemon Project says, or his son has a request. He wants to know how I memorized all of the Marvel characters. To be honest, I haven't memorized many of them, but I do play Lego Marvel Superheroes. I actually do suggest that for growing Marvel fans. Both Lego Marvel Superheroes 1, 2, and Avengers have fantastic rosters for you guys to learn about them. Because one of the characters I didn't know about was Happy Green Smash Troll. He is a medieval Hulk. And I love the fact that I learned about him from that video game. On my bucket list, where is one place I would love to go? It's kind of the same question as I answered in Discord, but I would love to go to Japan first. Favorite drink and favorite anime series? Bleach is obviously my favorite drink. And my favorite anime series is Monster Energy drink. I don't drink it often because my hands become shaky and it's very, very not good. World peace or world domination? World domination, because world peace is not achievable unless you add violence. Advice to new collectors and as far as to where to start. That is a really good question. I have my hands up here now. But if you want to start collecting, definitely do your research on the figure or like the brand you want. Most often do brand research, do figure availability, and character availability. For Marvel, it's easy because like they constantly make Iron Man, they constantly make Captain America. It's stupid easy to get those people. But if you want to start branching out, go into start doing SH Figure Arts or Figma figures. If you have a budget, Marvel Legends, go with basic Marvel toys even, because they're 5 points of articulation, but they have the basics. They have the Avengers, the useless one with the bow. They have Hulk, they have Thor, Thanos, obviously like the basic characters. About how many figures do I add to my collection a month? Now, right now on my display, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters, but on average, I manage to do like 10, 12, depending on the availability again. If I had to guess what is the current value of my collection, roughly $4,000, about. As far as actual value would probably be close to 5,000 if I actually broke it down and had someone come in and assess how much I had, it would probably be close to 5,000. And the final one from the Pokemon Project is, when at a flea market, how can I tell the difference between real figures and knockoffs? Now, knockoff figures they're common, but not as common as everyone says they are. Most knockoff figures actually use old Toy Biz molds, which do come in a quick availability because not a lot of people still have them. I know China has a huge market for Fing Fang Foom knockoffs, which is it's very affordable due to the fact that he is a KO. And you can just tell by feeling them because the plastic would feel cheap. It's kind of crinkly. Some knockoff figures, most of the time, now have these stupid LED lights in their chest with a button in the back that you could just press and you know it's clearly a knockoff. They mostly are common in the Avengers style, so you have Thor, Iron Man, like it's referred to as a Iron Man repulsor beam because like you see Hulk and Iron Man and Thor all have the repulsor beam, and it's kind of, you can tell, especially when Spider-Man has it, and it's a little bit ridiculous. But anyway, guys, I am closing out all of these apps and all those that I have them on because that is the end of the video. If you guys have been with me from the beginning, thank you for watching my channel grow up and going from spriting to these cringy these cringy videos where I'm just talking to the camera, but because of my camera was so crap, it was just the voice and it was so cringy. I do apologize for those. And growing up with me now, where you guys can actually see how much my collection has grown and went from there. I honestly can't thank you guys enough for all of what you guys have done, showing me support in the views and watching my videos. Yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing and liking and sharing all of these videos. Add it to a playlist even. I don't care. If you guys like the videos, it helps because that means a part of my content is enjoyed by someone else. And it feels amazing when you guys do that. But before I get too emotional, I want to thank you guys all once again. I have been Foral. You guys have been fantastic, and there is no goal. Like, if I get to 300 subscribers by the end of the year, thank you again. I will thank you over and over and over, and even make a cringy video if you want to. But it's all up to you guys. Thank you once again. I have been Foral. You guys have been fantastic, and I always will be. Catch you later.